Hello, my name is Yuan, and today I'm going to introduce a book called The Last Quantista, and the author of this book is Donna Barba Higuera, and the setting of this book is the spacecraft, and the genre of this book is adventure. Now I'll tell you the summary. There was a kid called Petra Pena, and that time when she was like almost 10, the Earth got destroyed by a comet, and she and her family and her some 100 scientists went to find a new planet to live. And after 100 years ago, the people were living in the spacecraft, but she knew that only she was the one that who remembered Earth, and because everyone except for her got memory erased by the captain of the spacecraft, and I'll not spoil the ending. I will recommend this book to Brandon because I think Brandon will like adventure stories and kind of mysteries. And I will not recommend this book to Ivan because Ivan doesn't like mystery stories, and Ivan doesn't like kind of long stories. And I rate this book as 9 because this book I like adventure stories, and this book was interesting, and the story was kind of different than I expected. So I liked this book, and the lesson done.
Hello, my name is Paul, and today I'm going to introduce you a book called When You Reach Me by Rebecca Stidd. So the genre of this book is quite confusing because it has two factors that are very confusing and compared. So one factor has this kind of realistic fictions, so the settings are realistic, the time is realistic, and her lifespan is realistic. But it also has this fictional thing called time travel and getting confused and mixed up. So the setting of this book is divided into two sections, time and place. It takes time during 1970s and the 1980s, and it takes place in the New York City. So let me now tell you the exact summary of this book. 12-year-old Miranda is having a trouble living in 6th grade. So her former best friend Sal stops talking to her after she gets punched by a boy named Marcus. So I think Sal got upset and she stops talking and just gets upset all the time. Miranda's financial problems keep going on too, so her mom decides to go on a contest called $20,000 pyramid. It's like matching quizzes and getting more money. But she starts to get mysterious notes, that this note writer is gonna save somebody's life or something, and it was literally about saving Miranda's friend Sal and himself. Miranda ignores the notes at first, but she keeps finding those notes on apartment buildings and all the where. It also says that she needs to write a letter that is a true story. So when you have a letter, you need to give it to someone, but she doesn't know who that writer is. So she starts to find that person like a detective. She goes around in like towns all over, and she kind of finds out that this man who thinks she is crazy, the laughing man, is the writer. So if I tell you who this laughing man is, it's a spoiler, so I cannot. But let me tell you this. There is a time travel contained in this book. Who do you think the laughing man is? I would recommend this book to like people like who likes mystery novels or like Tan, because she just told me that she likes mystery novels or murder novels, and this kind of contains those accidents or getting hit or bullied or violent things. She had told me that she kind of likes these kind of novels. I would recommend it to people who do not like violent novels like Tekyu, because I think he is quite peaceful these days. I really like this book in the part where like Miranda tried to start writing the letters and like going as a detective. Because as I told you, letter is giving it to someone, so we need a person, a target. So my best part of this book was when Sal almost got hit by the truck. So that's where the kind of friendship kind of bonds again, and I kind of like this all stuff of reunion. I kind of don't like this part when there's this thing that Laughing Man is the future version of this one person that I can't tell you. So like my favorite character in this book is the Laughing Man, because at first I also thought that he was just a crazy man all over in the like those like steep and small places. But in the end, when you read the book, you'll get to know about it. I think this is my end of the presentation. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Tegan, and today I'm going to talk about a book named Fever, written by Anderson. The setting of this book is 1793, and the summary of this book is there is a girl named Matty, and she is 14 years old, and that time there is a infectious disease called yellow fever. So many people died because of that, and she and her dad died because of that uh, that yellow fever. But she has a dream. Her dream is make her own coffee house, but she tried to she tried to find another dream because that is too hard to make her own coffee house, but her mom cheered her. So she didn't give up. So finally, she made her own coffee house. I will recommend this book to Caleb because I think Caleb like this survive story, and I will not gonna recommend this book to Ivan because I think Ivan will not like this book. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Yansu, and today I am going to talk about a book called Space Case. And setting of this book is the moon, or the lunar, yeah. And the genre of this book is fiction, and I'm going to talk about the summary of this book. the summary of this book is started by 2000 Earth age 2044 and lunar day 188, and main character Mary and mom and dad are the scientists, like crazy scientists. So like NASA let them to go to moon to find some ice in there. So they went there, and other families came there for help Mary families finding the ice in the moon, and the space. Uh, there's a doctor and main character Mary need to eat only some yucky food for because she's in space, and not the there or doctor, but a doctor got murdered by someone. But so like main character Mary try to find someone who is it and try to find the clue about who killing the doctor. And I recommend this book to Jacob because Jacob like some science book, and I didn't recommend this book to Taekyon because he he didn't like long books because this book are more than 200 pages, and I rate this book 10 out of 10 because I know 9 out of 10 because it's so long to me, and but it's interest, and I like science, so this is end of my summary.
Hello, my name is Lisa, and today I want to talk about the book named Watership Down. The author is Richard Adams, a British writer, and genre of this book is mainly nonfiction. The story is set in England, especially around the rural area. Main character is protagonist Hazel, and a brave, thoughtful rabbit who becomes the leader of the group. Another central character is his young brother Fever, and a small, sensitive rabbit with prophetic instincts. The summary of this book is Watership Down follows a group of rabbits who flee their home after Fever sends a coming catastrophe. Led by Hazel, they journey across the English countryside to find a new safe place to live. Along the way, they face predators, harsh environments, and oppressive rabbit societies, most notably the militaristic Warren ruled by the General Walpole. Ultimately, they establish a new home on Watership Down, building a peaceful and free community. My favorite character is Fever. He may be small and physically weak, but he has extraordinary intuition and emotional depth. Also, he has many doubts, but in the end, he saves group multiple times. I will recommend this book to Sarah because this book is very long and it's kind of boring, but still I believe Sarah will read it well. But I won't recommend this book to Jingi because it might be too boring to him. I will rate this book 4 out of 10 because it was so boring and it was so long. But still it was kind of touching, but it was still boring. Thank you.
Today I'm gonna talk about the Maze Runner, and the genre is the mystery because the the Thomas is like captured in the one maze and he can't go out, so I think it's mystery. And the setting is like a very long time ago because like 1950s maybe, because it's like there's no like skills like phone, and but it's not that old. The setting was not that old, so I think it's 1950s or 80s. And this book summary is like the one day Thomas wake up in the maze. A wall was a maze world, and he couldn't go out. And the story is mainly about finding his memories. And my favorite moment was the the band was getting died because it was the first time to punk, like seeing the punk things, so it was very impressive to me. And I want to give this book to I want to give this book 8 out of 10 because this is like a animation attack of something. And so it was very I saw it very funny, and I want to recommend this book to Jingyu, Aiden, Joseph because they like animation, and this is some kind. I think this is similar was animation, and I don't want to recommend this book to Kevin and Dennis because they don't like a mystery book. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dennis Won. Today I'm going to introduce the book name Counting by 7 Seconds. The author of this book is Holy Coldberry Slow. A memorable event on this book is when uh, Willow learns that oddities also can create beauty, like sunflower on the garden that looks special than other, and that we can be better at being friends and family together. My favorite character of this book is Willow Chance. He is main character. The reason why I like him because he is the main character, and she learned that sometimes old time can make more improved on our love to our family. The most memorable line on this book is when Willow said, highly gifted or lowly gifted. This shows that it doesn't matter if it's highly or lowly gifted, it matters on our how we work hard. I would rate this book 10, 1 out of 10 because it shows how oddities can be key of new start, but it was boring and it was too hard to understand. I would recommend this book to Kevin and Joseph because they like book and they are smart. I would not recommend this book to Jungyu because Jungyu doesn't like book. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Eden. Today I'm going to talk about the girls who drank the moon. A memorable event in the book is when Egg accidentally feeds baby Luna moonlight instead of starlight. This mistake gives Luna strong magic and makes Sun decide to raise her herself. That moment changes Luna's entire future and the future of the Protectorate. This reminds me of how small mistakes in real can create big change. My favorite character is Luna because she is curious, brave, and cares deeply about the people she loves. She wants to understand the truth about her world and protect her family. A line I remember is a story can tell the truth even if it never happened. This line stands out because stories play an important role in the book. Some stories are used to control people with fear, while other stories bring hope and understanding. To me, this quote means that a story's message can be true even if the events are imaginary. I will rate this book a 9 out of 10. The characters are interesting, and the mix of magic, danger, and emotion makes the story memorable. I also like how the different characters' journeys eventually connect to reveal the real truth about the protectorate. I would recommend this book who like adventure, mystery, and meaningful lessons about honesty, courage, and love. Thank you.
My name is Joseph, and today I'm gonna explain book about Ender's Game, and the author of this book is Orson Scott Card. The genre of this book is SF novel, and the setting is the Earth. This book about that alien the alien bugger attacked the Earth, so there is like better school, and they teach the kid. My favorite part was when the children know that they attack real or that planet that alien live is not for simulation. I'm gonna recommend this book to Jungju and Alec because they're smartest. And I'm not gonna explain this book to Kevin because he don't like book. Thank you. I will give this rate to 8 because I like action scenes. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jungu, and title of this book is Percy Jackson: The Lightning Thief, and author of this book is Rick, and genre of this book is fantasy and non-fiction. Fiction, and the setting of this book is Olympus, and story is there was one boy named Percy Jackson, and he's and he is son of Poseidon, and like there is one god named Zeus, and he got stole his lightning, so he got angry. So Percy Jackson, they thought Percy Jackson stole that lightning, so he is very angry. So Percy Jackson travels to find lightning, and he fight with many things, and he win, and he get back his lightning, and he gave that to Zeus, and I will rate this book to 2 points out of 10 points because it was not fun to me and too long book to me, and I recommend this to Kevin and Aiden and Alex because they like reading books and they're smart, so And I will not recommend this book to Dennis and Sarah because they don't like reading books, and they don't like fiction stories. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kevin, and today I'm going to talk about a book called Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. And the author of this book is Rick Riordan. And the genre of this book is fantasy and adventure. And the setting is at New York. And the story starts when Percy Jackson goes to a field trip with his best friend Grover, and he gets suspended by his teacher, and the teacher turns into a monster, and he kills her, and yeah, and he goes to Half-Blood Hill and trains under, and the others tell them that the gods are suspecting him as the one who stole Zeus's lightning bolts. So he goes on a journey with his friends to find the missing lightning bolts, and in the end of the story, he returns it to the gods. And I would like to recommend this book to Alex because I think he will like adventure stories, and I think Dennis wouldn't like this book because he doesn't like to read. And personally, I like Percy because he's very brave, and he he is responsible with his actions, and he cares about his friends. And and I will rate this book 10 out of 10 because the first time I read it, the story was very interesting, and now that I read it twice, I know the story more, and so thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Ara, and today I'll be talking about the book As You Like It by William Shakespeare. I believe the genre of this book is comedy and romance because there's a lot of marriages and breakups, and there's a lot of comedy style things. Now I'll talk about the summary of this book. There's a main character named Rosalind, the daughter of a duke that doesn't even exist anymore. She lives in a small room with her cousin, but after the duke, her father disappeared, the cousin doesn't even think about her and just abandoned her. So she refused to listen to her commands and walked out of the house. And she disguises as herself as a man to get to Touchstone where her father is. While in another home, Orlando is mistreated by his brother, and after winning a match, and Rosalind falls in love with Orlando, and they all run to the forest of Arden together. In there, Orlando hangs love poems for Rosalind on the trees. Doesn't know that she's in disguise. In the forest, they see a lot of colorful characters, including Duke Senior, like Rosalind thought was dead father. But he lives a happy life with his loyal followers and his new kind of family. So the Forest of Arden becomes a hometown, a family-based town. When Orlando meets the disguised Rosalind, Rosalind pretends to help him cure his lip sickness by acting like herself, not the disguised person. Through this kind of things that hurt their hearts, they become they get married and live a happy life. And I will not tell the ending because I can't spoil the ending. I like the memorable events that I had in my mind the most is when Rosalind just went out of the house and went to the Forest of Arden without telling her cousin, because this is like the starting point of this whole story, and if she didn't make that decision, she wouldn't get married and meet her thought was dead father. And she found the man that she loves. So I think this was the most important part of the story. My favorite character in the book is Rosalind because I think that she was brave enough to refuse to her cousin's saying and just ran away on her own. And she also got a happy family and a happy town to live with. And I want to remember the line, if you saw yourself with your eyes or knew yourself with your judgment, the fear of your adventure would counsel you to a more equal enterprise. You pay for your own safety, embrace your own safety. This one is your own one. I think Celia told Orlando at her wedding because Orlando was complaining too much about Rosie. I would make this book 4 out of 10 because I like the story of things, but it was written a long time ago, so there was words that I don't know, and the Shakespeare's language was hard to understand. So I would recommend this book to Christine because I think she would like comedy and romance kind of stuff. And I wouldn't recommend it to you, Chan, because it has romance in it. I don't think he will like romance. So thank you for listening.
Good morning, everyone. Hello. Good morning. So today we came to our last essential reading, and I just want to share you a book called Water Fire Saga, Deep Blue. So let's start with this book. Don't mind that. It's by Jennifer Donnelly. I like your last name, Donnelly. So it's the Percy Jackson with mermaids, the bookseller. It was published in May 6, 2014. Yeah, the genre is fantasy. You like fantasy, right? So let's start with the characters. There are 6 mermaids. Seraphina, fancy name. Neela, Ling. Ooh. Becca, Ava, and Astrid. Those are the 6 mermaids. I didn't really read the book, but it's okay. Now let's get into the... I did read it, but let's go to the summary. Thank you, summary. So there's a princess named Seraphina, or you can call her Sarah. Had Dokimi. Dokimi, that's like big ceremony. If you want the detailed one, read the book.
Yeah.
It was going good. The ceremony was going perfect until the assassins came. They killed, almost lost your people. So Serafina had to run away. And she found Neela.
She's a mermaid.
I know, mermaid, like she swims. And she found Neela, her best friend. And then she found a prophecy that Mer world will be destructed if it's not stopped by the 6 mermaids. That's what I think. And what this book says.
Who did they kill?
What?
Who did the assassins kill?
If you wanna know who those assassins were, read the book. So,
Read the book.
along the way, they met their friends. And those are the 6 mermaids I told you. I'll tell you again. Serafina, Neela, Ling, Becca, Ava, and Astrid. So, they have like special powers in their own things. And then they're trying to go against the villain dude.
What are they already about?
Mermaid.
Oh, if you wanna know if the villain is mermaid, read the book. Yeah. So it has lots of series. This is the first one. So this book ends in the cliffhanger. Who knows what cliffhanger is? No one? If you wanna know, read the book. So, okay, I'll tell you. Cliffhanger is like something that ends and that doesn't have like clear end. You don't understand it? Just search it up. So at the last, you're like, we're doomed, but let's fight. It ends in a sad story. But, oops, I spoiled it all. I'll tell you my favorite line. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's a willingness to swim through it. What a great quote. I'll do it again. I'll say it again. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's a willingness to swim through it. And then I think Yu-chan will like this book because it has violence. Violent gore.
Cool.
Yeah. But I think he won't like it too because there's something about mermaids. Because he likes something like goblins, like
He likes
giants, like something like that, like cookies.
cookies.
I love it.
And then, yeah, this book is really fun. I think. You know, and then I think it has a little bit of romance because it says Seraphina is engaged to Prince Mahdi. But if you want to know if it gets romance, read the book. So it's actually from Disney Plus. You knew that? That's what it says. An epic series from Disney Plus. Publishing worldwide. It's worldwide book.
Wow.
And then I want to thank Daniel because he lent me this book. So yeah. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Samuel Kim, and today I want to talk about my essential reading book, Pygmalion by Bernard Shaw. I think this book, fiction of this book is growing fiction, and setting of this book is the boys, like there's a professor named Higgins who is very professional in the voice part, so he tried to change girls' voice like very cheap voice to very beautiful princess voice. How can I explain? Like this. So in this process, the professor tried to make that voice. He tried to encourage her and say good word to her and like try a lot of experience to help her voice to be a beautiful voice. So in this part, my favorite character of this book is Professor Higgins. Because I can see his effort and I can see his never give up mind. So I will choose him to be my favorite character. And my summary of this book is like, as I say, the professor tried to make a little girl. I don't know her name she is, but the professor tried to make her voice a trash voice to like very beautiful voice. So I individually I like that scene, and I will recommend this book to Shion because it's very short to read it. So he liked that book, and I will not recommend this book to Yuchan. Because Yuchan like very violent pregnancy. 고어부. 호러물. So thank you. No. Finally, I will rate this book 8 out of 10 because I like that kind of scene, but it's a little bit short. So like not much information in this book, so I will deduct 2 points in this book. So this is my end of my speech. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Henry. Today I'm going to talk about book 2001: A Space Odyssey. Author of this book is Cedar Clark. Baby, she over he did very good job on writing this book. Genre of this book is science fiction, adventure, and also oh yeah. So this book is about like apes. No, something like have the power to create a new world. I don't know exactly, but yeah. So they create a new world. They become larger, and one day, like people want to discover the space. You know what I'm saying? In the moon, like at the back of the moon, they found the monolith. So after they want to discover more, because they want to get the more information. You know what I'm saying? So they bring more people. Yeah, 6 people to go to the moon. And also they bring more like tools, but there's a AI called HAL 9000. He or it is very like smart, but sometimes it makes stupid decisions, like like ChatGPT. Sometimes it's good, but it's so stupid. Yeah, sometimes. Like after HAL 9000, he started to make his own decisions. Such a stupid AI. And after it, they get some trouble. I will not say the end, but I don't know the end. And my favorite character is HAL 9000. I really like his choice when he's smart. Like, when he's smart, he's very smart. He's also mysterious. That reminds me, ChatGPT, like I said. My most favorite line in this book is, when I'm sorry, Dave, I'm afraid I can't do. Yeah, spoken to astronaut Dave Bowman when he asked how to open the Rod Bay doors. It's my favorite because I found it literary today. I'll rate this book 8 out of 10 because I really like this story. It's very like science fiction adventure. Like when sometimes they discover it's very interesting. And I would actually recommend to Daniel. Maybe he likes science fiction adventure, but I would not recommend to you, Chad. Why would it be? Like, it's not violence. Killing. Also like horror. So I will not recommend to you, Chad. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Yun, and today I will introduce this story. The memorable event of this book is when Isabel became a vampire. That was kind of a big part of the book. I experienced this kind of thing when I choose my clothes. Because I love my friend, I choose my friend's clothes. She became a vampire because she loved her boyfriend. My favorite character is Edward because my friend's name is Edward, so it's kind of fun. And my friend Edward loses her boyfriend too. It's kind of fun. It takes a lot. My favorite line is oh ta 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 ta. That was really powerful sentence word. Yes, I like it. And that was really good. Yeah, that was really give me lesson. I will rate this book 2 out of 10. I don't like fiction or story first, and for me, I don't like fun books. I can experience many fun things in the life, but not a sad thing a lot. Like Demian and Siddhartha and Strangers from Abercrombie, I can learn many things that I can learn in my real life because the books are kind of old book and I cannot meet that kind of person as well. And I don't like, I like philosophy book, but this book is, for me, is just for fun. So I really kind of love sport. Yeah, thank you.
recommend.
I will recommend this book to you, Chan, because this book is fun and love story, and they fight, Edward and vampire fights, right? And I will not recommend this book to me, yeah. And I read like third book, like Eclipse, that book was, but I didn't read first book and second book, and I didn't know that was series. I read it all, but I didn't understand what.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this I watched this movie. Like the female character Elisa is so I love. Hey. No, what for? Isabella is so pretty. Isabella is so pretty, so I get many dopamine and. During the watching movie, I just watched her face always.
You feel
Usually it's way prettier.
Yeah. In the movie, you can watch many handsome guys and pretty girls, and you'll waste your time well. Thank you.
So I'll be no one's listening. So I'll be talking about the Cursed Book. Y'all know who wrote it? Arthur Miller, I think. Yeah. So it's dark romance, I think. Yeah, it's dark. The setting takes place where the immigrants from England they got settled in the new land and they form a colony. So yeah, that's the setting. So somewhere in the book, it's like this girl Abigail. She this girl flirts around and I said nothing. So she causes trouble, and this guy John Proctor, he kind of commits adultery, and then this whole town goes to madness. Yeah. So what I felt reading this is that people who get punished, they're not really the ones that deserve the punishment. Rather, and the ones that do give out punishment, sometimes and very often they turn out to be the ones that deserve punishment. So it's vice versa, kind of opposite. How our society works. How long has it passed? 2 minutes?
2 minutes.
Okay, two more.
What is nature and nurture?
So nature and nurture. So nature, your environment kind of changes you, and nurture, yeah, you're born with it.
Is it opposite? Opposite?
Yeah, I was confused. It's opposite. Yeah. When Q explained it, I wasn't here, so I passed.
인정.
Yeah. Y'all want to see me click?
Yeah. I want to pose. What? Presentation time? Where are you going? What? Follow.
Woo!
Yay!
Yeah.
그만 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I
should talk about this week's book I read. The title of the book this week is The Tale of Two Cities, written by Charles Dickens. And to talk about the genre of the book, The Tale of Two Cities is a historical fiction novel with elements of drama and political conflict. And for the setting, the novel is set during the late 18th century, mainly in London and Paris, and the story takes place around the time of the French Revolution, highlighting the tension, fear, and violence that shaped society during the period. And for the summary of the book, The Tale of Two Cities follows the lives of several characters during the turbulent years leading up to and during the French Revolution. The story centers on Charles Darnay, a French nobleman who rejects his family's cruel history, and Sidney Carton, a troubled English lawyer who struggles with a sense of wasted potential. And as political unrest grows in France, Darnay is arrested by revolutionaries who view him as an enemy because of his family name. Meanwhile, Sidney Carton falls deeply in love with Lucy, the woman both he and Darnay care for. So when Darnay is sentenced to death, Carton chooses to sacrifice himself to save him, believing it gives his life purpose at least. And the novel explores theme of sacrifice, resurrection, justice, and the possibility of a personal redemption, and all set against the violence and chaos of revolution. And I think classmates who enjoy historical settings, deep themes, and character-driven stories would appreciate The Tale of Two Cities. Those who like exploring ideas about justice, social change, and personal transformation will find the novel meaningful and powerful. And classmates who prefer fast-paced action or modern storytelling might not enjoy this book as much. Because the writing style can feel very old and more descriptive, and the plot requires patience to follow. So the students who want straightforward adventure may find the detailed historical background or the emotional depth a bit slow. Yes, that's it.
Hello. The book I choose to present is The Scarlet Letter by not yeah. Okay, hi. Hawthorne was a major American novelist who often wrote about morals such as a struggle and a conflict between individual desire and secret society. The Scarlet Letter, published in 1850, is probably his most famous novel and in studies in school all over the world. The novel is historical fiction, but is also part romance, but part historical drama. It focuses deeply on emotion, especially guilty, shame, and forgiveness. So even though it takes place long ago, the issue is the story still feels very relatable today. The story is set in Puritan Boston during the 6,000, a time when religion controlled almost everything. People were expected to have behaved perfectly, and if they made a mistake, the community punished them. The strictness of this setting is important because it explains why the punishment in the book is so harsh and why the character feels so pressured. The novel centers on Esther, a woman who has a baby without a husband. Because she commits adultery, the town forced her to wear a large red A on her chest, the Scarlet Letter. This letter is meant to shame her and remind everyone of her sin. Even though she became an outsider, history remained strong and caring. raising her daughter with love. Her is curious, energetic, and often behave in ways that make the townspeople uncomfortable, almost as if she represents Hester with free spirit. Two other major characters are Weaver's Arthur, Master and Robert. Shane Ward's the Master is the respect Mr. who appears calm on the outside, but is carry the deep emotion more than that slowly destroy them. Who is actually his husband, arrived in Boston unexpectedly and become upset with discovering the man connect to his scene. As the story develops, the relationship between these three characters creates strong tension filled with spirit, guilty, and every. And a memorable moment is the book occur when history is focused to stand on the town, holding baby Paul while the entire community stares at her. These scenes clearly show how judgmental and unforgiving the society is. The Scarlet Letter itself becomes a symbol that changes meaning throughout the story as time passes. It becomes less a symbol of shame and more a sense of strength and resilience. Without spoiling the ending, I can say that each character eventually face the consequence of their choice in an emotional and dramatic way. And I recommend this book. I recommend for Jaden. And I okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
We'll talk about The Invisible Man by H.G. Wells. So, The Invisible Man is a 1897 science fiction novel by H.G. Wells. The main griffin arrives at an inn owned by Mr. and Mrs. Hall of the English village of Epping was he wears a white brimmed hat, a long sleeved thick coat and glove. His face is hidden entirely by bandages, except for prosthetic nose and he is reclusive, irascible, and friendly and introverted. He has to be left alone and spends most of his time in his room, working with chemicals and laboratory apparatus and venturing out at night. He caused a lot of accidents, but when Miss Hall addresses this, Griffin demands that the cost of the damage be put on his bill. So, one memorable event that advances the plot in this moment is when Griffin finally reveals his story to Dr. Kemp. This moment matters because it explains how he became invisible while he is on the run, and how his own ambition pushed him into dangerous choices. The confession also shows how far Griffin has fallen. He begins as a brilliant scientist, but his obsession with power and secrecy turns him into someone isolated and increasingly violent. The scene is important to the story because it shifts Griffin from being just a strange mystery and coat and families to a tragic figure whose decisions created his own downfall. My favorite character in the Zolan is Ken. Unlike most characters who panic when they meet Griffin, Ken stays calm and tries to think logically. I confess he doesn't let the fear stop him from doing what he believes is right. I rate this book 8 out of 10 because this book is exciting because it's not only just a science fiction, it has a mystery thing. Fun. 총 몇 분 지났어?
아, 끝났다면 끝나 말 거면 말아 진짜 그냥.
Are you done?
I think so.
Okay, yeah. Good job.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Dave. Today I'm here to talk about Scarlet Letter written by Lesean Patron. Okay, so please listen. Is it 사진 찍기 or what?
No, you're good.
Okay. So for now on, I'm gonna talk about the Scarlet Letter written by Nathaniel Hawthorne, which is one of the major figures of early American literature. So the genre of the book would be dark romanticism, and also it kind of functions as a historical novel or symbolic novel of the early U.S. history. And also this book kind of reflects the kind of like a lot of wrong stuff about the Puritan society at the 16th century about that. So for now on, I'm going to talk about the full summary of the Scarlet Letter. The novel takes place in 17th century Puritan Boston and follows the life of a woman named Hester Prynne. And then the history the history begins with a dramatic scene. Hester is standing on a scaffold holding her baby Pearl while the entire community watches. She is being punished for committing adultery, and then she has a pearl kind of like symbol of A in her chest. Soon after, a man arrives in the colony. He is originally Chillingworth. Hester learns her Spanish. He hides his identity from the public and secretly vows the scarab who fired Pearl. He eventually figures out that the guilty man is Arthur de Missile, a young and highly respected minister. However, instead of exposing the Chillingworth decide to torture. Don't laugh. Why? The climax of the novel occurs during a large public celebration, overwhelmed by his guilt. De Missile finally decides he cannot hide anymore in front of the crowd. He calls Hester and Pearl to stand beside him and confesses that he is Pearl's father. Immediately after his confession, he collapses and dies at Hester's arms. His death represents both spiritual release and tragic consequence of hidden sin. After De Missile dies, Chillingworth loses his purpose of revenge and quickly dies as well. Hester leaves the community for a while, but eventually returns to the colony and continues to live in peacefully, helping others. Over time, the Scarlet Letter A changes the meaning. Instead of adultery, people begin to see as evil. Recognizing Hester's strength, compassion, and resilience, she becomes a symbol of wisdom rather than shame. At the end of the book, the novel argues that sin is not only a personal act, but also something shaped by society judgment. Hawthorne shows how isolation, guilt, and public punishment can destroy people, while honesty, compassion, and self-reflection can lead to a deeper understanding of humanity. So this is the end of the Scarlet Letter, and for now I'm going to talk about some of the students in our classroom who would not enjoy this book. I would pick Ben, William, Sean, Leo, and Jay do not enjoy this book. The reason is because this book is kind of learned long, and I think they will just not enjoy this book. And I will choose Jaekook, Nayeon, Eugene, Jiu as a student who will enjoy this book. The reason is because they would enjoy this book. Yeah. So thank you for listening, and this would be my last presentation for this semester. Thank you.